You know that feeling, right? You pick up your phone to check one thing, and suddenly an hour has just vanished. But what if that lost hour, all that attention you just gave away, actually had real, tangible value? Well, today we're going to explore a fascinating concept called the address system, which is all about giving you back the value of your digital time.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the big problem, all that digital time that just seems to evaporate. Then, we'll look at how this address system wants to help us organize our digital world. We'll also dig into the why, our real motivations for being online. And then, we get to the really cool part, something called time credits, and the big idea that our attention is the new currency.
So let's just dive right into the heart of the matter. It's this feeling we all have that our time, the one thing we can never get back, is just being shredded into a million tiny pieces online with not much to show for it.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. Is your time online a series of choices you're actively making, or does it feel more like you're just caught in a current of notifications, endless feeds, and autoplay videos? This system really starts by asking us that simple question: are we in the driver's seat, or are we just along for the ride?
We have apps to manage our money, right? We have apps to track our fitness and our energy. But what about our time? It's like we've been trying to balance a three-legged stool with one of the legs missing. The core idea here is that real freedom means having control over all three, and our digital time has been the part of the equation we've completely ignored.
And this is where things get really interesting. This slide just perfectly captures the huge shift in thinking. On the internet we have now, you've probably heard the saying, if you're not paying, you're the product. Your attention is what's being sold. This new system flips that completely on its head. Instead of being the product, you become a stakeholder. Your attention isn't just exploited, it actually has value. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so if we're going to put a value on our time, we first need to get organized, right? We can't manage what we can't see. So the address system proposes a really simple three-layer approach to our digital lives.
Think of it like a house. You've got your personal layer, that's your private journal, your locked bedroom where you keep your secrets. Then you have the community layer, which is kind of like your living room, where you hang out with friends and family. And finally, there's the global layer. That's your front porch, where you interact with the whole world. It's all about creating clear, intuitive boundaries. And they make it super easy to see what's what with a simple color code. Red is for your personal stuff, your private files, your health data. Nobody sees this but you. Yellow is for community, your local groups, your family chats, and green is for global, the big public square. It's a dead simple visual cue, so you always know exactly where your information is living.
All right, so we've got our digital world organized into neat little boxes. That's the where. But now let's talk about the why. Why are we even online to begin with? The system also helps us get a handle on our intentions.
And it breaks it down into three basic categories. There's administration, that's the boring but necessary stuff, like paying bills or managing your calendar. Then you've got entertainment, which is, watching cat videos or scrolling through memes. And finally, aspiration. That's when you're trying to learn something new or work on a skill. Just seeing your time broken down like this can be a huge eye-opener.
And the best part? You don't have to do any of this manually. The idea is that a personal AI would just work quietly in the background, looking at your activity and automatically sorting it for you. It's like having a little bookkeeper for your time, giving you a clear report on where it all went.
Okay, so we've organized our data and we understand our intentions. But how do we actually turn our attention into something real? This is where the whole system gets its power. Let's talk about time credits. So what is a time credit? Well, think of it as proof. It's a digital receipt that says, hey, I spent my valuable attention here. It's not about money in the traditional sense. It's about earning a real stake in the communities and platforms you participate in. It's about shifting us from just being passive consumers to active participants.
Okay, cool concept. But how did it actually work day to day? I mean, how do you get these things? And more importantly, what can you actually do with them?
It's actually a pretty simple feedback loop. You earn credits just by doing what you already do: reading articles, watching videos, engaging in groups. The more you engage with a certain topic, the more credits you build up. And then you can spend those credits to make your voice heard, to upvote a comment, to vote in a community poll, to have a real influence. It's basically a meritocracy of attention.
Now, not all credits are created equal, and that's by design. You've got your free credits, which you earn just for participating. Then there are community credits, where you can pool your credits with your neighbors to have a bigger say on a local issue. And finally, you have paid credits. This allows companies or organizations to join the conversation,
But, and this is key, their participation is totally transparent. You know exactly who they are. The whole system is built to be fair.
So let's bring it all home. This is where all the different pieces of the puzzle, the data layers, the intention categories, the time credits, all click together to create a fundamentally different kind of online experience. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? In our modern world, the most fought over, most valuable resource isn't oil or data, it's human attention. And the whole point of this system is to put you back in charge of your own personal supply of it. So let's just quickly recap the whole shebang. The data layers give you organization. The intentionality layers give you purpose. The time credits give your participation real value. And it's all managed by a personal AI using tools like upvotes and emojis that you already know how to use. It's a complete ecosystem designed to make your digital life better.
And here's the kicker. This isn't asking you to do anything new. The average person is already spending about 5 hours a day on apps. This system doesn't want you to spend more time online. It just wants to make sure that the time you're already spending is recognized and valued.
So, we'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. If your attention really was a currency, like dollars and cents in your bank account, how would you invest it differently? What would you spend it on? What would you save it for? The answer to that question, well, that could change everything.